Hey everybody, it's TrainerShyGuy, and I'm here with our Lord and Savior Jigglypuff, aka SecretSceptile, Evelup, and LeaGoldwolf. Nailed it. I got it. Good. LeaGoldwolf. And we're gonna do our E3 predictions. So I can start if you guys want, but if anyone else wants to start off first, you can go ahead.
Do you want me to start? Because I have like 3.
Alright.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's do that then. So my predictions, honestly, I have like actually 2. So
Nice.
one of my predictions is that I do think that they are going to release a little bit more information on Metroid Prime 4. I don't know how much is a little bit more, but probably like a trailer drop or something.
I can see them doing a trailer drop, or even honestly, because of how like little we saw last year, I could see them being like, "Yup, it's still in development."
Yeah. My other one is more over onto the Square Enix side of things, as they have their own conference this year. But I don't. I mean, yeah, but that's going to be part of the Nintendo thing. I'm talking about this one specifically being over at the Square Enix conference because they do have their own conference this year, and it doesn't involve specifically a Nintendo game, and that's that I think that they might. I wouldn't be surprised, I should say, if Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced to be released for the Switch, which inevitably means that I will own the game twice. Once on PS4 for nostalgic reasons, as Kingdom Hearts 2 or whatever, and then again on the Switch because portable Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm not passing that up. And then my last prediction is that Zero is going to win the Smash Switch 2018 Invitational. And those are my predictions.
Is it bad that despite the fact that I like Zero, I want to counter predict that and be like, no, he won't, with no evidence to back it up. All right. So I have a lot more predictions. Does anyone else want to do their predictions next? Like, is there anything in particular that you want to just get out there, or?
I can wait a few minutes. Well, unless yours is like a half hour long, in which case I might.
I have 8.
All right.
I have 8 predictions.
Go ahead.
My first prediction is completely biased, but it actually does have a little bit of merit to it, and that is a Xenoblade Chronicles X port. Because the person that made X, like the director behind it or something, I can't remember exactly who, said that they wanted to get it on the Switch. And honestly, the game's perfect for it. Another one I have that's next, and it's honestly because it's been long enough, and that is Animal Crossing Switch.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah, it's too big a franchise not to be pushed onto the console.
Especially because it's perfect for it. So this, I think I should get this one out of the way because it's a big one, and that is Smash character reveal and like actual release date. Nothing? No one wants to say anything about that?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, I do think they're gonna do that. Like, it's inevitable that they are, because they're doing the competition or their championship for it.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be releasing some
Some
of their
they're gonna be releasing some characters and stuff. There's also the fact that
If it's coming out this year, it has to.
The news for like all of the Smash news that they plan to do for like the Direct and stuff. I believe, I'd have to look at their schedule again, but I'm pretty sure that that's all happening before the
Smash tournament is,
starts.
Or no, the Smash tournament is happening before the Direct, I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see characters that we know are returning in the Invitational, like Mario and Link and whatever, right?
Yeah.
And the Inklings, because we know that's a thing. I guess I should say inkling, because the male and female will probably just be different skins.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we did see maybe 1 or 2 characters that we didn't see coming, either returning or new. And then in the information, yeah, we'll see like probably a little bit more character reveal. I would imagine. I hope personally that they stick more to new characters that they're putting into the game, and then just have the returning characters be kind of surprised, because I don't really think anybody cares that much about the returning characters, because they're returning. We want to see the new characters.
I do. I
I
part
want
of me
them
is
to
like,
leave a surprise. Right?
yeah. I don't want them to do the thing they did last
the
time.
roster like they did with Smash 4.
Yeah,
again,
I don't want
but
that.
I do want to see some new characters, specifically, because we know 8 characters are guaranteed to return, and that's the 8 characters that were in Smash 1 or Smash 64, whichever we want to call it by. And then we also know from evaluating the trailer for the silhouettes, that Bowser, and I believe we saw Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey Kong was there. That's one of the
Yeah,
ones that everyone kind of agrees on. Or Jimmy Neutron, yeah.
And I can't remember all of the characters that me and you decided that we probably spotted Shy Guy, but
Yeah.
we also know Inklings, right? So we know at least 7, 8 characters
Yeah.
that are going to be in the game.
There are, I believe there's...
at least 9. We know of at least 9. The original 8 that have been returning since the original Smash Bros. And those are the guaranteed characters to be in Smash 5.
Yeah. And Metroid Prime 4 trailer you already said. I know that like LeaGoldwolf will like this. Fire Emblem Switch, it's gonna be there.
Yes, it has to be there.
If it's not there, it's not coming out this year. Like,
well, they might do a thing like with they might give us like a small.
I can see them doing a Fire Emblem Direct or something.
What they did with what they did with Metroid Prime 4, you know?
Yeah. I think honestly, I think that there's gonna be more than that, because they announced it in January of last year.
Yeah, they've already confirmed that there will be one, and that's why I also think that there's going to be more. I just knew that at least 2 other people were going to put it on their predictions list, so I didn't put it on.
Oh, that was weird. Oh my god.
But yeah, I think that we will be seeing something about it. I don't know how much, but we'll probably at least see a teaser.
I could see them doing
if
like
not a trailer.
I could see them doing like a story trailer, like a brief story overview.
Oh my goodness!
What happened?
Oh, I moved and my bed sunk a little bit.
Oof.
Hello, Smudge.
Great. Smudge is a cat, in case anyone was wondering. And then I have another one which I am kind of betting on, and that is Odyssey DLC. Like some sort of like paid Odyssey DLC introduces a couple new kingdoms or something. Because it's such a big successful game for the Switch that I'd be surprised if they didn't. I don't know what they'd entail, but yeah. Another one is Pikmin 4. We know that Pikmin 4 has been in development for a long time. It's just it's been very like offhand remarks. They have never even, I don't think they've ever even talked about it in a direct. But like Miyamoto's been like, yeah, it's in development.
I've heard it's close to completion as well.
They said that, but that was like 2 years ago, so I'm not sure anymore. I can see Pikmin 4 being there, and it actually kind of coincides with the other, like my last prediction. And that is something weird and out of the blue that we don't even know, because they kind of always have one.
Like original IP, or?
Maybe not original IP, but it's something that it shows up and you're like, what? Oh, okay. Like, you know.
Like that one direct, and they were like, by the way, South Park coming to Switch.
Yeah, like that.
It's like, it's like, wait, what?
Yeah. that's all my predictions. Evelup or Leah, you can go next if you want. I don't know who wants to.
Well, most of my predictions were already said, other than, I think there's gonna be a little bit more on Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu.
I think they've confirmed that, yeah.
Yeah, like, I know.
There's
They
gonna be a
confirmed.
playable demo on the
Show floor.
On the show floor, yeah.
Uh,
So we'll definitely be seeing some more information on it in the direct.
Yeah. You go.
I don't know, like, what about they would do for it, but I'm guessing they would probably put, like, maybe 1 or 2 DS games, 3DS games, sorry. I don't know which ones, but
I can
I
see
could
them
see
having.
them doing something about that.
Yeah, I can see them having like a tiny 3DS presence. Not a big one though. Like, making it very apparent. The system is dying slowly. Because it already kind of is.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Pokemon making its move onto the Switch, like, it's not.
Yeah, now that
Like, that's
Pokemon's over, like, yeah, we're running out of
That's
things.
it. They don't have anything else other than, like, small.
You're obviously forgetting Dylan, Dead Heart Beater. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a Western armadillo.
Yeah. I don't think too many people are very invested in that. I've heard
I know,
the original
that's
game
the
had
joke.
good reviews, but
All right. Now, Evelup, Leah, do you have any more predictions, or was that the rest were all set already?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I had for.
All right. I didn't want to move on to Evelup and be like, all right, that's it for you, like, you know.
Good.
Okay.
So,
So,
I'm predicting for Smash. I think obviously we'll get gameplay of the Inklings,
yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
we'll get at least 2 new characters. But I'm gonna hedge my bets that one of the new characters released will be an indie character, an indie IP. So it's like
It better be Shantae.
Shovel Knight, Shantae, Isaac is a big name. It's a bit of a mature.
Yeah,
game
I could.
for it,
If
but
they
it is a
did
big
Isaac, I'd be really
Isaac-
surprised.
Isaac and Shovel Knight are really new though. Shantae has been on Nintendo since the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, I'm not denying Shantae's presence.
So, I'm sorry, but Shantae has the leg up. She deserves it more. It's like last night with the fucking Stanley Cup playoffs. Sure, Vegas worked really hard when they were there, but they've been a team for less than a year now.
This is
Right,
about
like, they're
as
a brand
off
new
topic as we can
team.
get.
They don't like Washington deserved it more because I'm glad they won, but like Washington deserved it
Yep.
because they've been in it longer. They've been working for it longer. Right, that's the point I'm trying to make. Right, like,
I know.
Shantae's been
It's just.
around for longer. She deserves
I like
it more.
how you're like Smash Brothers hockey. It's great.
Well,
We're
it
video
was
games
closest-
people. We don't know sports.
It was the closest thing that I could.
Yeah, I get it. All right,
Yeah.
next one.
So, Metroid Prime 4. I think we're gonna get a bit more than a trailer. I think we're gonna see a little bit of gameplay as well.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just said at least a trailer because, like, with last year's reveal, they only released a teaser, so they might only be ready for
Like, yeah.
just a little trailer or whatever, right? I do hope to see more, but I'm just saying, like, realistic expectations, we're probably only gonna get like a 1.5, 2-minute trailer or whatever, right?
I also think Pokemon 2019. I'm not sure if this will show up in this direct, but if it does, I'm expecting a continuation of regional forms.
I actually am gonna predict something to do with that I just thought of right now. That's another thing. Don't be confined to your list. If you think of something, just say it. I actually am gonna predict against it being there. I'm gonna say we aren't gonna see it at all.
Yeah, I don't really think we will either. They might release like a little bit more news on it, like just a short little whatever. But I also agree with Cameron. I don't think we'll see much. Especially, the main reason is because if it were coming out like earlier next year, maybe. But because it's set for the second half of 2019, being like November or whatever, I think we'll see more of it about it later in the year, like closer to the release of Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu this November. And then we'll definitely be seeing more information about it next year.
I can see them talking about it in like a January
around
direct.
this time. Yeah.
Just some stuff you guys have already been over. Fire Emblem Switch, Animal Crossing Switch, if they're not saved for their own directs later in the year.
Yeah.
Pikmin 4. Another one, I think, and I think this will be more of a surprise announcement, just because it's kind of been a while. I don't know if it'll be in this direct specifically, but I think it's coming sometime soon.
Mole Mania Switch.
The announcement of a new Zelda game. A brand new original Zelda game. Not DLC for Breath of the Wild.
Maybe. I can see that. It's been
But
about
at the
a
same
year.
time, it's only been a year since Breath of the Wild came out.
I mean,
If
Breath of the
anything, I
Wild
could
was
see them doing
Just
like
look
a
at
remake of
Zelda's.
something.
Yeah, I could see a remake of something.
because I mean, it was released in 2017, but it was also
Yeah.
announced in 2014, 3 years earlier.
Yeah, he has a point.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's like,
but they planned. The reason why that was though is they planned on having Breath of the Wild be on the Wii U only, but then they started working on the Switch, and then development for Breath of the Wild hit a snag, so they had to postpone it, and
Yeah.
then the Switch was further along in its development, so they said, okay, well, we'll have this as a launch title for our new console, and that, so then we'll put some extra work into,
And then they bathed in money.
yeah.
like a new Zelda
That's
game.
why it hit a few snags and whatnot, and then it got delayed for the release of the Switch.
One thing I can see to kind of back up the whole maybe possibly seeing a new Zelda game is with how Nintendo's been changing, like since since they started doing the Switch. The only way I can see them doing a new Zelda game is if they don't start from scratch like they normally do with Zelda. You know, like if they're like, oh, okay, here's a new Zelda game, but it's on Breath of the Wild's like engine and all that, you know?
Yeah, I would imagine that.
If they're doing a whole new Zelda game, it like without like starting from scratch, I can see that. I can see them like it taking a while longer. But if they're on the same engine, it could be here, maybe.
Maybe Skyward Sword remake on the engine.
I actually want that.
It's like a new Zelda game has been released and remade on average once a year since Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64.
Really? Once a year?
On average. Be it multiple games in 1 year or skip a year. On average, once a year. And if they skip a new Zelda game this year, I would expect one to at least be a new Zelda game, or at least an announcement of a new Zelda game sometime in 2019. Because I'm expecting a new Zelda game on the horizon sometime soon. And an announcement sooner than that.
Well, I mean, if we're going by like pattern, well, not even pattern, but like we're gonna get the announcement obviously in E3, like during Microsoft's conference, and it's gonna be like 5 years, and then all of a sudden Banjo-Kazooie is gonna be in it.
There's at least 2 years between like every new Zelda game.
Well, if you include remakes.
Yeah, but even then, most remakes come out the same year as the new Zelda game, if there is one at all.
Well, I'm expecting some new sort of Zelda announcement sometime soon. I'd imagine E3 would be the place to do it, but if they want to save that for a direct, I don't know.
I can
They
see
were
them doing
planning
like a
it
Zelda direct.
At this.
One thing that is kind of that could be noteworthy on this is that they have confirmed, like around the time that Breath of the Wild was coming out, that the next Zelda game would keep the same open air, as they call it, like type of game. So it is actually possible that they are using the same engine. Because like the way I see it, if they are like if they did, they might have saw how successful Breath of the Wild was and been like, okay, we need to do that again.